Hi, Sir Leone on Cabo. Good morning. A very important thing they go on right now when we constitution review the process they go on. So the Deputy Minister of Justice be there in the press conference for update citizen about this process here. You wanna know this is very important for we all, whether you're a political party, whether you're a stakeholder, whether you're a youth, whether you're a ordinary citizen as a private, but it concerns you. So do you wanna pay attention? And the government they make very important for everybody, and they make for let people and know that they're able to participate, chiefs, stakeholder, everybody. Input is very important. So they wanna pay attention for it. They go on right now. So the Deputy Minister of Justice, when Mr. Alpha Cisse, ESQ, maybe explain within the process within they don't do. So you can listen to them, pay attention to it, because this now national constitution where they try for review. So we don't want to let policy say, hey, they not be include we, hey, they not be tell we. Now the record is here. Wanna pay attention to it. Wanna take part. Wanna then in the country. Wanna get the opportunity for take part, for put things away for like the things that we want for like right for the citizen. Wanna get a stake for do that now. So do ya watch the video and share this video to many people. Let them get the information. Share as many, so that people can go know say this process they go on. But they can't listen to the lawyer. Ingo can explain what's in the process right now. They don't go on. So share the video, like, comment on that thing.
And as the minister said, these days when you talk about constitutional reform, people they treat them with suspicion. So we glad for the opportunity where the minister give me, and for really to explain this process here so to people. I know say plenty people they way sometimes don't hear false or fake news. Say, oh, President Bio wants to about the constitution because it gets ulterior motive. I can for really explain to and say when it comes to reforming the constitution or reviewing the constitution, the president get the best intentions for this country, like how it don't get for every law. And I can say once we take the constitutional review process to conclusion, we can really safely not just say when it comes to reviewing and reforming with laws in this country, nobody don't be as bold as President Bio don't be bold. If we look at the legislative history since it came to power in 2018. So you see the reform of the constitution as part of the process of reforming the country, or as itself can say, a one for left this country also and the laws in a better shape than any time. So that is why the president wants for me to conclude the constitutional review process. But it good as we do this for me to engage the public, for me to engage various stakeholders, for me to provide clarity on very many issues. As the minister said, not to today this process has to start. So first I want to say from the onset that President Bio has not commenced the constitutional review process. Make we get that very clear. President Bio not say it is start a constitutional review process. It only don't say the constitutional review process where we don't depend. Now this country also for more than 20 years, it won't take to completion. That, as we can say, now we're matching orders. So maybe we take a step back and see who say this process has to start. This process actually go as far back as the Leone peace agreement in 1999, when we signed as a country, when the government signed a peace agreement with the area of rebels. Of course, we all can recall, say, for the brief moment when President Bio served as head of state in '96, start the peace process. When, through trusted mediators, start conversation with the former rebel leader, Fode Sanko, and then we will get the discussions we start na Yamoussoukro in Côte d'Ivoire. And then the discussion moved to Abidjan. And then eventually, when President Kabal take power, now continue. With President Biobi don't start, we lead we to waiting at the Leone peace agreement. And in this Leone peace agreement here, so Article 10 of the Leone peace agreement provides we for take step for review the constitution, when the present constitution will be used, the 1991 constitution, and that we for make sure we develop a constitution we will represent the needs and aspirations of the people of Sierra Leone. And the agreement being therefore urge the government for take the necessary steps for set up a constitutional review committee for review the provisions of the present constitution and who side is necessary for recommend revisions and amendments in accordance with the various constitutional provisions as to how we amend the constitution. So this is what we signed up to in 1999 alone. And when we signed the peace agreement, we come with the peace agreement in parliament and legislature. And this same provision also stay in the legislation. So we get what we call Leone Peace Agreement Act. We now law in this country. So now a commitment we will make. And then the Leone Peace Agreement will also talk about the need for set up a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. We set up the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And this 2024 marked 20 years since the TRC complete a work and hand a report to the late President Kabal. And in that report, the TRC make a lot of recommendations. In the Leone Peace Agreement, one of the things we government is signed up to, where the TRC also recommend for set up like a human rights commission. We get Madame Simiti Lavali, we are one of the commissioners. Also recommend the setting up of the anti-corruption commission. We don't do that. They make recommendation for make we review a lot of the laws for make we set up several institutions. And really, sometimes we first sit back and say, wait a minute, now 20 years later, we try for implement or complete the implementation of some of them key reforms here, so what the TRC recommend. But as we can say, there's a better late than never, right? So we put effort into doing that. And so the TRC, one of the key recommendations, for make we review the 1991 Constitution, similar to what we don't sign up to, now the Leone Peace Agreement will become the Leone Peace Agreement Act. And the TRC really recommends make we review the Constitution through wide and thorough consultative and participatory process. We will lay the foundation for a democratic society in which every citizen will be equally protected by the law. That and the recommendation the TRC make. And so after that, waiting we been get now that the late President Kabal immediately take step for set up a constitutional review committee, where we been called the Peter Tucker Constitutional Review Committee. It was a small committee, do consultations, and submit a report. But by the time where the Peter Tucker Committee, the complete report, President Kabal don't left power, don't hand over to former President Nkrumah in 2007. And so the Peter Tucker Committee indeed submit a report to former President Nkrumah. But then, former President Nkrumah will take another step to say no. It's necessary for set up another committee or a new committee where go undertake wider consultations